Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Shafika Rasul Zahra with Sun ID 205-23003. So I'm here to explain to you about 16 tenses in English. What is tenses? In English, tenses serve as a framework for understanding the timing of actions and states of being. They function as tools that allow speakers and writers to convey when the event occurs, whether it is in the past, present, future. Let's break it down into the main categories of tenses. First is simple present tense. The simple present tense is the most common tense used in everyday English. It's used for facts, habits, and general truth. In the simple present tense, verbs change form agree with singular or plural object. Singular here it usually takes s or es in the ending, and then plural use past form, and then the third person take s and es in the ending. The formula is subject plus verb or present form. The example is the positive sentence, they speak Korean really well. The negative sentence, they don't speak Korean. The question form, do they speak Korean? And then the second is the present continuous tense, which describes action happening right now or around the time of speaking. It can also be used for the future plans. Formula, subject plus am or is or are plus verb ing. Continuous form. Example, positive, she's working on her homework right now. Negative, she's not working on her homework right now. And then the question form is she working on her homework now? Future plans, Mark is moving to a new school next month. And then the next is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense describes actions that started in the past and continue to the present or have recently finished. It emphasizes the impacts of the completed action. Formula, subject plus has or have plus verb 3 or past participle. Example, positive, they have seen the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. Negative, they have not seen the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. The question form, have they seen the movie Spider-Man No Way Home? And then the next is the present perfect continuous tense, which describes actions that started in the past, continue for a period of time, and are still ongoing. Formula, subjects plus has or have plus been plus verb ing or continuous form. The example positive, I have been thinking about it. Negative, I have not been thinking about it. Question form, have I been thinking about it? And the next is simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions, habits, facts, or situations that happened in the past. It used the past form of the verb, often called the past participle. Common time expression used with the simple past tense include yesterday, 2 days ago, and many others. Formula, subject plus verb to or past form. And then the example is positive, they called their friends yesterday. Negative, they did not call their friends yesterday. Question form, did they call their friends yesterday? And then to learn simple past tense, it's important to understand regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs form their past tense by adding ad on the past form, while irregular verbs have unique past forms that must be memorized. And then past continuous tense describes an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. It can also be used to describe two actions happening simultaneously in the past. Formula, subject plus was or were plus verb ing. Example, positive, I was washing my clothes when the phone rang. Negative, I was not washing my clothes when the phone rang. Question form, was I washing my clothes when the phone rang? And then the next is the past perfect tense. It's used to express an action that happened before a specific time in the past. It emphasizes that something had really happened rather than the duration of the action. Formula, subject plus had plus verb 3, which is past participle. Example of the sentence, positive, the girl had cried before her mother came. Negative, the girl had not cried before her mother came. And then the question form is, had the girl cried before her mother came? And then the next is past perfect continuous tense. This tense describes an action that was ongoing in the past and finished at a specific point in the past. Unlike the past perfect tense, it emphasizes the duration of the actions. Formula, subject plus had plus been plus verb ing. Example, positive. She had been studying math all day. Negative, she had not been studying math all day. Question form, had she been studying math all day? And then the next is simple future tense. The simple future tense is used to talk about actions that will happen in the future. It can also be used to express spontaneous decisions or predictions about future. Formula, subject plus will or be going to plus verb 1. Example, positive, she will come to the cinema tomorrow. Negative, she will not come to the cinema tomorrow. Question, will she come to the cinema tomorrow? And then the next is the future continuous tense. The future continuous tense describes an action that will be in progress at specific times. In the future, it is often used to talk about something that will definitely happen in the future. Formula, subject plus will plus be plus verb ing. Example, as you can see, he will be playing basketball in the playground tomorrow. And the negative is, he will not be playing basketball in the playground tomorrow. And then the question form is, will he be playing basketball in the playground tomorrow morning? And then future perfect tense. Future perfect tense describes an action that will be completed by a specific time in the future. It emphasizes the completion of the action. Formula, subject plus have plus will have plus verb 3. I'm sorry guys. The example is, I will have finished my homework by tomorrow. Negative, I will not have finished my homework. The question form is, will she have finished her homework by tomorrow? And then the next is future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense describes an action that will be continued until a specific time in the future. It emphasizes the duration of the action. Formula, subject plus will have been plus verb ing. Example, in December, I will have been working at my company for 1 year. Negative, I will not have been working at my company for 1 year in December. Question form, in December, will you have been working at your company for 1 year? And then the next is simple past future tense. Simple past future tense describes a future event from the perspective of the past. It often used for in reported speech or indirect statements. Formula, subject plus would plus bare infinitive plus or subject plus was or were plus going to plus bare infinitive. Example, positive, she would forgive you, or Giselle going to give one beautiful bag for her best friend. And or she wouldn't forgive you, or Giselle wasn't going to give one of her beautiful bag to her best friend. Or question, would she forgive you, or was Giselle going to give one of her beautiful bag to her best friend? And then past future continuous, which describes an action that was expected to be in the progress in the past but didn't happen. Formula, subject plus would plus verb plus be plus verb ing. Example, positive, I would be studying at your house yesterday, but I didn't because I got sick. Negative, Anna would not be dying if she come to the hospital earlier. Question, would you be letting me to see your painting? And then the next is the past future perfect tense. Describes an action that was expected to be completed in the past but didn't happen. It is often used in conditional sentences. Formula, subject plus would plus have plus verb 3. Example, positive, Mina would have finished her homework if she hadn't gone shopping. Negative, people would have known about BTS if there were no fans behind them. Question, would you have finished your homework before tomorrow afternoon? And then the next is past future perfect continuous. Past future perfect continuous tense describes an action that was expected to be going on in the past but didn't happen. It's a hypothetical situation often used to express regret or unrealistic possibility. Formula, subject plus would plus have been plus verb ing. Example, I would have been working in the leading companies for 6 years. Negative, I would not have been working in the leading companies for 6 years. Question, would you have been working in the leading companies for 6 years? I think that's all from me about the 16 tenses of English. I think that's all from me, guys. Bye bye. See you.